S&D Group, Victor Negrescu for 2.5 minutes.
Dear President, dear colleagues, European leaders must show responsibility and act in accordance with the agreement that was reached in the multiannual financial framework. The cuts proposed by the Council prevent us into delivering upon the objectives we have for Europe, implementing the policies agreed upon by the leaders and plan for a strong social recovery for the future of Europe. In the vision of the European Parliament and of our political group, we believe it is important to show more ambition when it comes to next year's budget. We need to provide adequate resources to deal with the health crisis, but also with the social and economic challenges it raises. We call for an increase of the EU budget by 2.7 billion euros while preserving sufficient margins and resources for the special instruments. These funds will enable the EU to do more for each European, each member state, and each European policy. For that, we need the Commission to also make sure that 2022 will be a full implementation year for the budget. We cannot lose any more time. 2021 was a lost year for the current MFF, and that is not our fault. Member states and the Commission should have done more to speed up the implementation. The Socialists and Democrats in the European Parliament have three key priorities. We support a social recovery with a special focus on youth, employment, education, cohesion, SMEs and startups, for which we request 1.2 billion euros. We want to invest in a sustainable future, including climate, research, innovation, health, digitalization, transport and agriculture, for which we believe an extra 2 billion euro is needed. We believe that Europe should promote solidarity and democratic values within the EU and across the world, and for that the Parliament calls for more than 600 million euros additional funds. These priorities are reflected in the reinforcement and increase of all the EU programs. We call also for the rapid implementation in 2022 of the European Child Guarantee, making sure no child is left behind and suffers the negative effect of the pandemic. Our demand for an additional allocation of 700 million euros for the Child Guarantee represents a key achievement of our political group. We are also happy to see several of our requests being integrated in the proposal, like for instance a new tourism line of 42 million euros, additional 24 million euros for SMEs and startups, 5 million for social dialogue, 7.5 million for employment, 90 million for Eastern and Southern neighborhood. Dear colleagues, our discussion today is key. If we want to do things better at local, national and European level and match our priorities, we need to allocate adequate resources for the EU budget. In this respect, our proposals are constructive and clear and can represent the starting point of a new European budget fitting citizens' priorities. Thank you.